So, how to find your life's task. So no one's really going to give you direction, right? There's going to be so many different paths that you can follow. You can follow this path, this path, this path. Everyone gives you, all these paths to follow, but you need to find which path to take. And once you do, it's going to be awesome because it acts as your internal radar. And now, it's very difficult to do this. In fact, a lot of people can't. But if you can do it, then you're going to have that internal radar. You're going to know what to do when most people don't. You're going to be unique. You're going to be, being able to do that. Speaking of unique, when you're born, when you're 3-4 years old, you're, you have your own thoughts. You have you're one of a kind, basically, right? You're a very specific, random occurrence of genes that's never going to happen again. So you need to preserve that. How do you do that? Well, you need to think back to when you were young. What were the thoughts you had? What were you naturally inclined towards? And now a certain frame comes here. It's called the 5 forms of intelligence. Basically saying that there's 5 types of intelligence, like words, music, like numbers, spatial, and kinesthetic. And if you can figure out which of these areas that you fall into, you can just align everything to that. So for example, let's take words. If words was something, then maybe, you go in the route of podcasting, being an author, writing a blog, something where it gives you that sense of direction. If you can classify yourself on this. Now, understand that as you grow older, you're going to get a lot more outside influences, and those are going to contaminate what you feel, and you're gonna have to find what you need. So you need to be able to think back and really, understand it. When you have an actual need to learn something, you will. For example, let's say you're trying to learn biology in school. Most people have a lot of trouble doing it. But if you really need to work out because you're overweight, you don't like how you look, all of a sudden, all this stuff about protein synthesis, the way your muscles work, all this starts to make sense because guess what? You have a need to learn it. So how does this tie back in? Well, if you can classify yourself into one of these categories and you try to learn stuff about it, you're going to be more naturally inclined and you're going to be able to learn about this stuff, become really good, and find that purpose and internal radar, which is what we want. And if you want more information about this, you can read this book, Mastery by Robert Greene. I have no affiliate link. I'm not making any money off of this, so, don't think I'm trying to scam you, but hopefully you can, take some advice and actually find your life's purpose.